Hey high performer, if you're sick of getting on and falling off the wagon when it comes to your health goals, this one is for you. There are at least 3 reasons why you're spinning your wheels, revisiting the same goals and New Year's resolutions year after year. I'm going to share 3 issues that repeatedly come up with entrepreneurs and high performers and how you can sidestep these pitfalls to build the momentum you need and crush your goals. Hey, I'm Erica Jones with Elevate.com, where we're all about helping high performers and entrepreneurs build incredible momentum in their lives by weaving wellness and longevity into their daily rhythms. Talk about the fact that high performers have unique challenges that not everyone can relate to. You're most likely a high achiever. You have big goals and big dreams that you're actually working toward. You're putting things into action, and as a result, your days can probably be intense. You're making a lot of decisions, doing a lot of mental heavy lifting with problem solving, having high-level conversations, or coming up with new products or services. And if you're like most high performers and you value productivity and being efficient with your time, you're going to want to listen up. One of the biggest threats to your time and mental energy is feeling like you're running on a hamster wheel, getting nowhere with your health. Not only are you missing out on the physical benefits, the mental clarity, the laser focus, all-day energy, confidence in your physique, slowing the aging process, I could go on, but you're also feeling the downward pull of the stress and frustration that comes from going in circles and not making progress. So let's fix it. There's 3 reasons you're not making progress towards your health goals. The first is that you're not mentally prepared for the fight. The second you set your mind on a path or goal, you have to be mentally prepared for the resistance that will inevitably come. Too many people make the mistake of relying on emotion, primarily the emotion of excitement, to move them towards their ultimate goal. We see this every year in December and January when people start making their New Year's resolutions. They're riding on the excitement of turning a page on the year, having a fresh start, feeling like this is going to be the year that I'm going to make lasting changes. But for so many, all they have is the emotions, the feel-good feelings that give enough momentum to make the resolutions or set the goals, but there's no additional thought invested into actually winning the fight. It would be like saying, I have a goal to win a boxing championship, but when I don't feel like practicing, I don't. When I feel like the training is too hard, I quit. When my day gets crazy busy, I say I'll make up for it tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. Then I have the nerve to get into the ring with somebody like Layla Ali, having no real preparation to be in there, and when she knocks me out, I'm like, man, I can't believe I lost. And I'm mad about it and find someone else to blame other than me and my decisions. What? That is crazy. So plan for opposition to your goals. It's not necessarily going to be easy. If it were, everyone would be doing it. So what are you going to do on the days that you don't feel like following through? What are you going to do when it feels like you're not making progress and you want to just throw in the towel? I have a feeling you like winning. So prepare yourself mentally for the opposition and you'll be setting yourself up for the win. The second issue is that you're biting off more than you can chew. Part of the reason you might be struggling to make progress toward your goals is because you're focused on making heroic, giant-sized leaps versus small daily strides. It has this boom and bust kind of effect, and I've been just as guilty of this as anyone. High achievers tend to overestimate what they can accomplish in a single day, but underestimate what they can do in a year of consistent activity. My husband was the one that brought me into healthy lifestyle back in 2010 when I was working for Big Pharma and living on fast food. I struggled to be consistent in my exercise for a long time. I would watch him push heavy weights around and I would try to join him, but it just didn't work for me. It was such a point of frustration because I knew it was important, but I hated exercise, really because I hadn't found a way to move that worked for me. I would set these lofty goals to work out 5 days a week for 30 to 45 minutes, and I would stay on for a week or 2, but then I would fall right off. It was extremely frustrating. Then I read the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. You may have heard of it. It gave me the permission I needed to start small. And that's actually a biblical principle that comes from Zechariah 4:10, which says, don't despise small beginnings. So that's what I did. I started small. 5 minutes a day. It could be squats, push-ups, jumping jacks, whatever it took, but 5 minutes of daily movement. And when that became easy, and it did relatively quickly, I started to build up to 20 and 30-minute workouts 4 to 5 days a week. Now I love exercise, and it's become something that I look forward to daily. The 5 minute a day commitment wasn't going to dramatically change anything for me physically, but it did wonders for me mentally because I built the muscle of discipline to follow through on what I said I would do. And I also proved to myself that I can stick to my commitment, which is powerful for me to believe that I can and will do what I say I will. So the point is that it's okay, and often it's even preferable to start small. Maybe you're choosing one day a week to make a healthy meal, or you're committing to going for a 5 minute walk daily after dinner. I think we say to ourselves that the small start won't matter, but the significance is not so much in what's getting accomplished. It's merely the fact of starting, and that's often enough to build the momentum to keep going. Number 3 is you aren't planning for your success. You can have the right mental attitude, be prepared for the fight. You can focus on small, consistent wins, and those things are great. But if you don't pre-plan your success, you're going to have a lot of friction. Failing to plan is planning to fail. So by default, if you are not planning for your success, you're setting in motion a plan for failure. And as a high performer, you're already making so many decisions all throughout the day because you're often on the go for your business, the company you work for, or even in your family. You might have kids that are asking you questions and permissions all throughout the day. The road to winning with your health and wellness is called autopilot. The fewer decisions you have to make, the better. The more predetermined your decisions are, the better. For example, waiting until the end of the day to decide what you're going to have for dinner is not going to produce great results for most people. I learned this early on with building and running businesses with my husband and also parenting 4 young children. If I do not have a plan for dinner well before the end of my workday, it dramatically increases the likelihood that I'll be frustrated or annoyed at dinner time and more likely to order something in. I just do not have the bandwidth to look through recipes, go grocery shopping, and meal plan at the end of the day. No, I just want to go into the kitchen, know that I'm making sheet pan Hawaiian chicken because that's what's on the list for Thursday, and then I get to work. I'm not looking all over the internet for recipes. I'm pulling from the saved recipes that my family loves, so I can just pull from that list whenever it's time to plan meals versus searching high and low all over the web. I then have my assistant shop through the list via Instacart or Whole Foods so that I have all the food that I need for the week and there's no hiccups. I take out the protein I need for the week, put it in the fridge so I don't have to worry about unthawing meat. I have the systems set up, the pre-planning that makes it easy to win. It's such a mental time saver for me, and the weeks that I don't do it, I am so mad at myself because I know that this strategy works. So what about you? Where are you getting stuck with your health goals? Choose one area where pre-planning would dramatically help you be more successful. Do you need to block off your fitness time on your calendar? Perhaps plan your workouts in advance. YouTube has tons of free workouts if you need help with that. It could be as simple as Mondays are legs, Wednesdays are upper body, etc. Do you need to schedule massages or spa time? When are you going on vacation? Pre-plan it. What are you doing daily and weekly for downtime and to decompress? Plan something or read a book you love in the evening. Setting aside the time and then committing to it is key. If you want a simple way to start building health habits into your day, check out my 5-minute daily detox for burned out entrepreneurs in the links below. Until next time, take care of yourself and make time for what matters.